So we come down to that roller and make sure our tail and our neck are on the roller. Just stay like this the whole class, right? Now I want you just to have the arms draping over the sides, and you can feel your shoulders kind of melting over the sides. Now if you feel kind of off balanced on here, if you take your legs a little wider, you'll feel more grounded. If you want more of a challenge, you can take the legs closer together. But right now, just lay here in neutral spine, meaning it's how my back lays when I'm just laying in my bed or on a couch, on the floor. I'm not pressing my spine heavy. I'm just enjoying this moment where I'm not working. I'm just melting and relaxing. So I'm going to ask you to take your arms up over your chest and let your shoulders glide down the roller, and then lift those arms higher and the shoulders come off the roller. And I let my shoulders glide down the roller and up. And they go over the sides and lift up. And last one, I come down over the sides, and I'm going to open up my arms out to the side. Feel your chest and shoulders open, and then sweep the arms back up. We'll inhale as we lower the arms out to the side. Exhale. Now here I'm going to start to pay more attention to my back. And as I come up, I want you to feel the rib cage sinking heavier and your back having more on that roller. And we'll exhale. And one more. Inhale, open the front of the body. And exhale. Now keeping the rib cage heavy. See if you can reach those arms by your temples without your back leaving the roller and bringing it back up. I'll cue breath now. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bring it back up. And inhale, lengthen. Don't pop those ribs off. Exhale up. That's add-on. Take the arms back, circle them out, sweep them back towards your hips and back up over your chest. Inhale, keep your back against that roller, and exhale around. Inhale, to exhale. Let's reverse it. Lower the arms down towards your mat. Sweep them behind you. Circle them back up over your chest. Lower down to the floor. Sweep the arms behind you and circle back up. Is your back staying against that roller? Inhale to exhale. And one more. Inhale to exhale, and place the hands back down to your mat. I'm going to take my legs a little closer together now so they're about fist width apart. Keeping the rib cage heavy, draw one leg to a tabletop and place it back down. So I move with control. Switch legs. Inhale up to exhale down. Lift up for 2 and lower. So you notice you have pretty much 3 out of your 4 anchors at all times on the floor. So now let's make it more challenging. Lift one leg up, hold it there. Now take the other foot, and now I'm into a tabletop position. So now only having 2 out of my 4 anchors to hold me on that roller. Let's lower the right toes down for 2, touch the floor, draw it back up for 2. And then the left leg, inhale to exhale. Down for 2, lift for 2. Down for 2. Take your time. Try to keep the pelvis and the hips still. So really use that powerhouse to support as you move these legs. Now I'm going to take one set of toes down. As I come up, switch and the other taps. And switch. And switch. And inhale to exhale. And inhale to exhale. One more set. Inhale to exhale. And let's end with both feet off the mat. Draw the knees towards your shoulders like a frog and connect your heels. Turn your toes out. Press the legs out to 45 and come back in. And I inhale to exhale. Inner thigh squeeze. Glutes fire as you're pressing out. Inhale 2 exhale. 2 more. Is your back still on that roller? And 1 more. Now only come in toward the knees or in line with your hips. Don't move the upper leg, but open the shins out to a V. And then reach those legs out and together to 45 and draw the knees back over the hips. Let the legs go out, sweep them out, draw them in. Inhale to exhale. 1 more. Inhale to exhale. Can we reverse that? Press out, open. Now don't move the quads, but bend at the knees, connect your heels. Press out, open, bend the knees, connect the heels. Inhale to exhale. Inner thighs connect, open and around. And 1 more. Out, open and around. Knees come back together and take the feet back down. I'm going to separate my legs by 1 fist width. Take the arms back up over your chest, melt those shoulders down. Inhale for nothing. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest, hold it here, eyes to belly, and pump the 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Anytime you need to, put your head back down. And 20. Make sure your eyes are to your belly, you're up and over the top of the sternum. 30. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the lips. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3. You're halfway there. Inhale deeper, exhale deeper. We're on 7th set. And here we're on 8. Here's 9. You made it. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. And release, arms go back down. Now I just want you to gently rock side to side. So I'm going across that roller, nice and easy. Massaging the back. And then we're going to hold it to center. We're going to draw our chin to our chest. Use your hands to lift you back up and scoot that roller out from underneath you. Turn that roller so it's horizontal. And we're going to lay all the way down. And we're going to take our heels against the roller, and my legs are shoulder width apart. And my fingertips are reaching long, so it's touching the roller as well. Okay? So hands are flat, heels against the roller. We're going to tuck that tail, and we're going to do a bridge. And as I'm coming up, I press my shoulders and back of the arms down. Belly's pulling in. Articulate as you lower, lengthening your spine. Taking your time, coming down bone by bone. Tuck that tail. We inhale, lift up. To exhale to come down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1 more. Reach those fingertips to that roller. And we roll up. Keep those fingertips reaching long. And as we come back down, those fingertips are reaching even closer to that roller. Now, you are more than welcome to keep doing your bridges like that. Otherwise, I'm going to take my feet on top of my roller. And my legs are still a fist width apart. My arms are reaching long. Don't start with your shoulders off your mat. Start with them pressing down to your mat. My arches are on top. I'm going to tuck my tail once again and bridge up. Don't be cramping those hamstrings now. And then exhale, lower it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And again, tuck that tail, scoop and lift. Press the back of the arms and shoulders down. Roll back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's add on. Tuck that tail. Lift up. Inhale. Hold it up here. Let go of the breath. I want you to roll the roller towards the heels and then roll it towards the toes. Towards the heels, towards the toes. Watch you don't cramp the hamstrings, so make sure your glutes are working. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. And it's lower that bridge. Exhale all the air out. Now I want you to lengthen your legs all the way out. Use the back of your legs and your core to draw it back in. So I press all the way out. The roller goes towards my ankles and heels. I come back in, my toes are left on. I inhale out. I exhale in. Now this time, inhale out, stay. Exhale, lift up your hips. Draw the roller back in and then roll back down. How'd that go? Press out. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, lower down. Now let's reverse that. Let's bridge up. Take your time. Roll it all the way out. Lower your seat. And then bring the roller back in. Tuck that tail. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale, lower. Exhale in. Last one. Scoop and lift. Shoulders go down. Press it out. Lower your seat. And then bring those knees back in. I want you to hug the right knee in and roll that left leg all the way out. And really pull this knee towards you as you lengthen the opposite leg out. Grab behind the calf or the ankle and zip the leg up. Belly goes down deeper. Good. And bend that knee back in. And do that again. We lift up. We come back down. Just two more. Lifting up and bringing it back down. And we're going to hold this leg right here. Slide that roller back towards you again and have your foot on top of that roller. Take your arms to your side. Single leg bridge. We're going to lift up and come down. And two. Just two more. And lift. And lift. And roll it back out. Grab back onto that calf, ankle, thigh. Bend both knees in. Take both sets of toes on that roller. The left knee comes in. The right leg rolls out. Pull that leg towards you. Lengthen the opposite leg. Nice and long. Grab onto the ankle or the calf. And we zip it up for two. And then down for two. And we zip it up. Belly goes down. And in two more. Reach longer. Scoop in deeper. Hold this one here. Roll that roller back in, foot on top, arms to your side, and we do 4 single leg bridges. We lift up and come down. Inhale to exhale. 2 more. Lift and lower. And 1 more. Lift and lower. 2 feet on the roller. I'm going to put my toes on in parallel. Reach the arms away as my legs reach away. Circle the arms, draw the chin to your chest, and reach the fingertips towards the roller. And head goes back down. I lengthen. I circle, chin to chest. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Circle around to exhale. And 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Stay right here and reach those legs out and in. If your head is lifted, make sure that your shoulders are off the mat and the base of the shoulder blade is left. And we go for 3 and 2 and 1. I'm going to rock myself all the way up to a stool. I lost my roller. Don't lose your roller. It's rolling across the room. Oh, thank you. Don't leave me yet, roller. Okay, so our legs are reaching long. And I have it more towards my ankles than my heels. I'm sitting nice and tall. Arms are reaching long. See, curve back. Hold it right here. Now draw those knees in and press it out. Now, if you need support, if this is not working for you, take the hands behind you, okay? Watch that back. Pull it in and reach it long. Shoulders are deep. Pull it in and reach it long. Now, as my roller comes in, I'm going to meet the torso to the thigh and then roll it away. And again, you can always have the hands behind you for support. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 4. Good. And 3. Just 2 more. And 2. And one. Now take the knees out like a diamond and draw in like a frog and out. In. As I push out, my belly goes in deeper, my inner thighs connect, my shoulders are always relaxed. For 4, I'm in a C curve, not a flat back. 3, good. And 2. Now this time, grab onto your ankles and slowly roll it out, stretching through those hamstrings, scooping that belly, rounding that back. Good. And bend those knees back in and take your feet forward off the roller. Slide the roller out, put it behind you. We're going to lean back to the mid back is on that roller. And my legs again are fist width apart. And I take my hands behind my head, elbows are wide. Vertigo suffers, keep the head parallel, don't go too far over that roller. So you choose how far you go over on an inhale. Exhale, draw the chin to your chest, close everything back in as you come back up. And I inhale over, and I exhale up. 2 more, please. Enjoy the openness in the front of the body. Keep those elbows wide. Support the head with those fingertips. And 1 more. I inhale, I stretch over. Exhale, come up. Now take the elbows and point them towards your thighs. I'm going to lift up by scooping my belly, and I'm going to take that roller more towards the shoulder blades and then back to where I started. But I have to have my elbows forward so I flatten out those shoulder blades, otherwise I can't roll over that part of my back. I'm keeping my core engaged, supporting my spine in this lifted off the mat position. Make sure your head is supported by the hands. And this should feel good. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. We'll do 2 more. And on the last one, I'm going to end towards the upper part of my back. Okay? Open up your elbows. Let your head come parallel. And then just let your seat, like it's arching over a barrel, touch the ground. So I'm in this extension without going over that roller. My head's parallel. Then I scoop my belly and come back up to parallel here with my hips. Now don't move your chest, don't move the torso. Just let the hips and glutes fall towards the mat. I'm arching my back. I'm going to tuck my tail, scoop my belly, come more parallel. And again, don't move the upper body. I'm arching, 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 arching. Lift up. And again, I can hold an apple under that chin. And then I let my back arch down, 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 down. Curl the chin to your chest. Good. Straighten those legs. Reach for your toes. Now very slowly and gently come off that roller so it stays there. Slowly bring it up. Good. And reach those fingertips for those toes. So right now, I'm inside this canister. Keep inside the canister. Don't poke your head up and start to come back slowly. Don't touch the roller yet, but we're going towards it. We're going towards it. I'm just over that roller. Now I can lean back onto it. I'm going to go over as far as I'm supposed to go. Circle the arms around. Pause with the eyes to the belly and fingers to the toes. Now again, slowly, barely lifting off that roller. Slow, yes. And reach. Scooping that belly. Back of my legs are pressing into the mat. I start to come back on an inhale. I melt my shoulders. I'm tucking my tail. Remember, I'm barely touching it. Don't touch it yet. Don't touch it yet. And now I touch it. And I go over. Inhale. Circle, chin to chest, exhale. Pause. Here I am holding this up position. I'm barely off that roller. I'm barely off. Now, the slower I go, the more it's going to stay there. Now come up and over. So you'll know if you're not using momentum, if you're really watching your form, if that roller doesn't move. And I come back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I barely touch it, now touch it, and go over one last time. I inhale, I exhale, and this time I'm going to pull my right knee in. Good. Lift the left leg up till it touches that hand and then lower it back down. I'm barely on that roller, so it's not like dead weight. Lift up and down. What am I lifting my leg from? Your belly, your core, your powerhouse. And I go for 4. That roller shall be moving around. I'm not pushing back into it. I'm almost trying to lift off of it. And 2, and 1. Switch the leg. My leg is already up. Now I lower it down, scoop and lift up. Down, scoop and lift 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. I should not feel strained in my shoulders or my traps. And I go for 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it here. Now switch legs. Now switch and switch and reach and reach. If you need to, maybe tap a toe to the floor and kick out if that's more supporting for you. And pull it in. And inhale to exhale. And inhale to exhale. One more set. Inhale to exhale. And release. Take the hands behind the head. And I'm going to drape over that roller again. Feels great. And then curl it back up. Good. Hands behind your thighs and bring yourself up off that roller. Okay, so bring that roller back around. Bend those knees. We're going to lie back. We're going to do a bridge. And we're going to put the roller under our pelvis. Okay? So I'm going to bring it back. Bridge up. Roll that roller under my pelvis. I can even rest my hands on the edges. I'm going to take my legs straight up to 90 degrees. Heels are connected, shoulders are down, neck is relaxed. I'm going to take my right leg away from me, down, left leg towards me. Don't change the pelvis, and switch, and switch. Try to relax those shoulders, relax the neck. The core is moving these legs, and I'm trying to keep these legs super straight. Think of reaching longer as you come closer, as you scoop deeper. And I exhale to bring that leg towards me. Try to get that pelvis very still by scooping in and up deeper. And 2 more. And 1 more. Now scissor 1 more time and bring that right leg parallel to the floor. Bend at your knees so your toes touch the mat. Slide it in, and as this leg is coming in, the other leg is going out. Hold that L shape. Let the toes reach the mat. Slide it in. It's coming up. The other leg is going down. Bend the knee. Slide the toes in. This leg is coming in. The other leg is going out. So it's an exaggerated bicycle. Pull in. Reach long. Pull it in. Reach long. The longer I reach, the more I feel a nice release in that hip. So pause the bent knee. Now I'm going to do a reverse bicycle. Take your toes to the mat, and as it's going out, the other leg is going up. And then toes to the mat as this leg is coming up. Touch that mat, roll it out. Roll it out. Belly still pulling in. Don't get a cramp in the calf or the toes. Take your time, take your time. 1 more. And we end with both legs straight up to 90. Double straight leg, lower lift. So we're going to go down, 2, 3. In this diagonal, my glutes are firing, my belly's pulling in. Now zip up from the belly. I inhale, inhale. Squeeze the booty, draw the belly deeper. So as my legs are lowering, my belly has to scoop in deeper, and I lift. Inhale, 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 exhale. I'm going to come down, 2, 3, pause, open as wide as the ruler, come back together, lift up. Do that again. Come down, 2, 3, open, close, up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3, open, close, up. Now open, close at the top. And we go down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, out, in, down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, out, in, down, 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 up, 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 out, in, down, 2, 3, up. Now I'm going to take it out. Stay out, but push down. Connect those heels and lift up. It's why as my roller, as long as my pelvis stays still. Zip it up. Inhale to exhale. Movement coming from the core. Now let's reverse it. Come down, down, down. Open and connect. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale. And down, down, down to lift up. And one more. Down, down, down to lift up. Now bring the legs down to 45. The left leg is going to float out to your left, and the right knee is going to pull back towards that elbow and push the legs back out to 45. Then the right leg slides out to the side as my left knee pulls back. Right now, this should be pressing down. Push it back out. This cannot move. My right knee pulls. This is bow and arrow. Press back out. The left knee pulls back, the right leg sweeps out, but this stays still. Bring it back out. Can you feel that powerhouse engaged to keep that pelvis stable? And one more. Inhale to exhale. Frog these knees in. Grab onto the shins. Separate the feet. Get those knees a little wider and pull those knees towards your shoulders. Then legs together. Put your right toes down. Slide that leg out. Pull the left knee towards you. So get a nice release in that right hip flexor. Then bring that knee in. Keep the right knee in. Put the left toes down. Slide that leg out. Pull. Don't hold your breath. Bring both knees in. Take the arms out like a T. My palms are up. I'm going to float my knees to one side. Come back to center. The other side. Keep your shoulders heavy. Back to center. I'm going to inhale. Exhale. Use the abdominals to bring you back up. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Take your feet down. We're going to lift up off the roller. Slide it out. And let your body come down vertebrae by vertebrae onto your mat. And hug those knees in. Nicely done. Okay, we're going to rock ourselves up. And we're going to take that roller right behind us. And we're going to sit on top of it. So I bent one leg to assist my arms. And I take my feet as wide as my mat. And I sit up tall. Easy to sit up tall now. Flex those feet and reach those arms long. Connect your shoulders to your back. Lift the crown of your head taller. Pull your navel in and up. We're going to inhale, grow taller. Exhale, chin goes to chest first. And as I reach across an imaginary table, my belly button is pushing back. Squeeze the butt cheeks, pull the belly in. Inhale, up from the core, not from your back. Exhale. So I'm against that imaginary wall and I'm peeling off that wall. But once I get to my mid-back, I stop peeling. Zip back up. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen. Scoop. Inhale. Stay here. And on the exhale, open up the arms to a T. For soft. Twist towards me. Inhale. Exhale, soft your baby toe, look at your back palm. Lift up from the core, circle around, soft your baby toe, exhale. Inhale up, and exhale, scoop. I'm keeping both butt cheeks heavy on that roller. Keep those feet flexed. Don't forget to look back. Bring it back to center and release. Okay, so bend your knees. And you know those sits bones we're kind of sitting on now? Come diagonal so you're not directly on your sits bone. Okay? And all I want you to do is roll that roller. I can take one hand behind me for balance. And I'm just going to roll it back and forth on that glute. So I'm in a diagonal. I'm not doing a speed bump over those bones. Okay? So I'm diagonal. Does that all make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. And we go for 3. Mm-hmm. And 2. And 1. And we go back to center. And I take my other side to a diagonal. And I just roll along the glute. Find the spot that you're not doing a speed bump back and forth. And you go for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And come back to center. All right, so I need to get the roller halfway down my back of my thigh. So I'm going to take a hand behind me, and I can start my butt down if I need to. I'm going to lengthen my legs. My fingertips are facing away. It's easier on the wrists. Now make sure you're not starting with your shoulders up to your ears. Get those shoulders in those back pockets, scoop the belly, and lift up. So you need to reposition if you need to, but we're going to roll it towards our glutes, towards the back of the knee. And I'm trying to keep my chest lifted, my shoulders anchored down, long legs. Watch the wrists. Now I'm going to add on and make this more like a tendon stretch, but it's not really stretching my tendons, it's working my core. I'm going to take my glutes through and then press back out. So what's bringing my glutes through is scooping my belly and using that core to draw my seat through. Good. We'll do 3 more. 2 more. Take your time coming through. And 1 more. And I bring it back and I put my glutes down. Okay, release those wrists if you feel cranky in the wrists. Nicely done. All right, so take those feet away from that roller and bring it all the way out towards the front of your mat for Swan. All right, so I'm going to lengthen my arms, and they're in line with my shoulders. My belly button is pulling away from my mat, and I have the roller more on my wrist than my hands, so I have room to move the roller. I'm going to connect my shoulders to my back, so I don't want to start way out here to where I've lost that connection. I want to connect my shoulders to my back. I'm going to start by lifting up my chest, and my head goes along for the ride. And as I'm coming up, my shoulders are going down, and my roller is coming towards me, and my glutes are firing. And I come back down, lengthen your spine, exhale all the air out. And again, connect the shoulders to your back, and then keep that connection, but grow deeper and deeper in that connection. Your shoulders should be nowhere near those ears, and roll it back out. Now, if you'd like to do like a seesaw swan, I'm going to lift up on an inhale as high as I can go. The exhale, my legs come up, my chest goes down. I lift up, exhale, inhale. I keep looking out. 2 more. 1 more. Hold that swan, and then slowly come out of it. Take the hands by your armpits and press back into that child's pose to round your back because we just arched. Keep it an active child's pose. So I'm going to try to keep my back more rounded and my core pulling in. Yes. And I'm going to come into a quadruped position on top of my roller. So roll that roller back onto your mat. And remember, anything done on the roller can be done off the roller. So I'm going to put my knees on top of the roller, shoulders over elbows. There's a couple different ways you can do this. If you need more stability, whichever foot we're not moving, it can be on the mat, okay? Or you can keep your feet off the mat. So I'm going to take my right leg straight back behind me. I'm going to try and take that left arm out. Hold, and then bring that back in. It wasn't easy with your foot off the mat. I almost wanted to put my foot down. I almost did. So I'm going to take my left leg back. Belly in, right arm out.
Whoa.
And then come back in. All right, let's try the right leg. And I always like to take my leg back first, make sure I'm centered. Then I bring that arm up. Remember, you can put the toes down, right? And bring it back down. Left leg. Make that connection with the body. I cheated, put my toes down. Come back in. Okay, now, don't take the arm off. Bend the right leg, keep it bent, lift it up, and then bring it back down. And lift it up, and bring it down. So having two hands on my mat makes a big difference here. I go for 4, you're welcome. And 3, keep the hips in a straight line and your pelvis still. 2, now hold this one up, lengthen your leg up here. Now I'm going to lower my leg towards the left end of my mat. I lift up and tap the right end of my mat without my pelvis moving around. So I am pulling in and up like crazy, those abdominal muscles, engaging that powerhouse. Don't forget to squeeze the booty to lift that leg. Core is always on the on button. And we go for 3 and 2 and 1. Put that foot center on the mat. Add the other leg back to it. And then lower the center of your quads on that roller and come onto your forearms. We'll do the other side, I promise. So I'm going to take my feet off my mat, and I'm going to try and have that roller in the center of my quad again. And I'm going to roll that roller up towards my hips, but not on the bones, and then roll it towards your knees. So don't arch your back. Don't arch your back. So look ahead here for a second. Here's arching. Pull your back against the ceiling. So lift up your belly more. Think of pushing your back up against the ceiling. So you're going to try and stay like a beam of steel from the head to your heel.
It hurts.
Where does it hurt?
My leg.
Oh, the quads?
My quads.
Okay.
Yes.
As long as it's not your back, that's okay.
Yeah.
So I have found that when I roll, the muscles that hurt the most, they're tight.
Yeah.
Right? So my quads, they're pretty good. So this isn't killing me. It actually is enjoyable. Sorry for the rest of you. Okay. Flex your feet. Put your feet back down. I'm going to push off my forearms to lift, and I'm going to hold this forearm plank. Hold it here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees come down. Walk your hands to your roller. I'll stretch back just for a brief second. And then we're going to do the left leg. Okay? Aren't you glad you played class today? All right, so come back up on that roller. What do I always tell you about the roller? You don't have to do everything on your roller. You can do things on the mat if you don't like the particular thing we're doing. All right, so shoulders over wrists, belly's pulled in. So this is a release. This is belly pulled in. Feel like your back is holding up that ceiling, okay? I'm on my left leg. Keep it bent. I'm going to lift it up for 2 and then lower for 2. Now, maybe you can't get that thigh parallel to the floor without taking your hip and your pelvis. We don't go as high then. How about the neck? The neck should be an extension of your spine. So the crown of your head is like a flashlight in front of you. I'm firing my back muscles, squeezing into my armpits. Well, my belly is working, so is my glute. Keep the shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Enjoy this strengthening move here for the glute. And of course, the core. Hold this one up, straighten that leg, keep the hips in a straight line. I'm going to go to the right, up to the left, parallel. So I'm not coming up and kicking high like this. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for parallel. And I'll tell you, ladies, if you're not doing that, because I'll see it, I know you can't see what you're doing. Good. Are you firing that glute to lift? And the belly is controlling it coming down? Shoulders again, away from the ears, squeezing those armpits. We only have 2 more, 2 more. And up. And last one, last one, last one. We got this. And then flex the feet, put those toes on the ground, bring the other leg back, come onto your forearms, and rest your quads on that roller. Woo! How are we doing? All right, pull that belly in, let your feet dangle off the floor. I'm going to roll again my quads since we said we liked it so much. Yep.
And make sure you're keeping those shoulders connected to that back, so don't go crazy on me. Just 4 more. Keep that belly pulled in. Don't arch. Keep it lifted. 3. Belly's always working in Pilates. 2. It's why we're so strong in our centers. And 1. And the knees come down. Walk your hands back. And then come up to a higher kneel. But it can't be all the way up because then we lose our roller. So always have the hands in contact with the roller. So I'm going to try and start with my hips and knees in a straight line. I'm going to start to roll this out with control and then lengthen. It's like, ah. Now tuck your tail, scoop your belly, pull in. I feel my back muscles working in my core. And I inhale back out to exhale. Tuck, round, scoop. Let's do 1 more. I inhale to exhale. And I inhale to exhale. And bring that roller right against your quads. And I'm going to bring it up. So bring it up until my arms grow long. Okay, this is a thigh stretch. So people with issues with their knees, be careful with this one, okay? And I want you to feel the counter connection. So as I'm coming back, I want you to feel your quads pressing into your roller, okay? So the legs are hands width apart. My heels should not be flopping into the center. So they're directly in line with the back of my knees. Right now, I want you to feel your body pressing into that roller, and the heel of my hand is firmly pressing into that roller. So right now, I can feel my glutes and my hamstrings engaged. If you don't, you're not pushing forward into that enough. Keep that pressure. Look at something in front of you slightly lower than eye level so you don't fling your head back. And we're going to hinge back. Everything is staying nice and long and strong, and then come back up. So test the waters how far your knees will allow you to go. We're going to inhale, press into that roller, press into that roller. Exhale. So I was rolling out those muscles. Now we are stretching those quad muscles. And 1 more. I really enjoy these. I don't know if you do or not. Inhale to exhale and release. Okay, let's come on to our side. So everyone put their head on this side of the mat. We're going to keep the roller right above where our hips are. Like we put our hands on our hips. That's where that roller is going to be on the side. Now I've draped my forearm onto that mat over that roller. I'm going to have my knees towards the top edge. I'm going to take my top leg real straight. So this here is not to support. It's to remind us to stay up off of it. So this would be wrong. See where my shoulder goes? I want you to feel like, ooh, I'm barely touching that roller. Anchor the shoulder down. Don't feel strain here. Hand goes back behind the head. Lengthen that leg a little longer here. Lift it up and hold. Flex the foot. We're going to swing forward, give a push, and come back. This bottom leg has to be pushing down. Otherwise, you're going to come back and it's going to be all over the place, right? We exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Belly scoops deeper, back of the leg and glute takes it back. Forward, forward, back, back. Now stay forward. Tap the floor, bring it up. Now take it back, tap the floor, bring it up, flex forward, tap, point behind, tap, flex forward, tap, point behind, tap, hold it here, flex the foot, small circles. 1, 2, trying to stay hip height. Everything on the side of my body is working. 3, 2, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Stack that spine back up. Take the ruler by your feet now. Okay, we're going to go back on our forearms. Now I'm going to show you the whole thing here, and that's with both of my legs up on top. And I have my bottom foot forward. Okay? Now let's say this is going to be way too hard. A shoulder issue, a hip issue, a back issue. We don't want to have both legs on that roller. What I would do is I would take my leg that's in front and place it on the mat. And that gives me another anchor to help lift me up. Okay? So pick your poison. If you need a little bit of extra balance, you can't have a flat hand, but I can have my fingertips just gently resting here. Push the shoulder down, lift this up, and we go up and down. 2 and shh. Everything should be facing straight ahead from your nose to your toes. And we go for 4, good, and 3, 2 more, here's 2, here's 1, roll it in and put your hips down. That wasn't so bad. Okay, other side. So the roller stays here. I'm coming on to my other side. So right above where I put my hand on my hip, that's where that roller is going to hit. I take my forearm over, shoulder, elbow in a straight line, knees towards the top edge of my mat. Pull the rib cage slightly away from that roller. Take your top leg, reach it long. Now lengthen it an inch longer. Hand behind the head, soften the ribs. Don't be nice and soft. Lift that top leg, flex your foot, and we exhale forward for 2, point back. This doesn't move, right? So I don't go back with it and forward with it. It's still. So here's the breath. Exhale, belly, belly. Inhale, back, back. Now try to keep that leg hip height. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Where's that bottom leg? Push it down. Busted. Now we take it forward, flex, tap the floor, lift up, center. Point back, tap the floor, up, center. Flex, down, up, center. Back, down, up. 1 more. Forward, down, up, center, back, down. Now hold center and we do those circles. 8, 7. Oh, squeeze that booty. Don't rush. 4, 3, 2. Reverse. Try to get it at hip height. I know it's hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it back in. Put the roller where your feet just were. So you know what we finished with on this one. So we go back onto our forearm, shoulder and elbow in a straight line. I lengthen my legs out, and my bottom leg is the front leg. So if I'm modifying, my front leg is going to come down like this, okay? You're still doing everything we're doing. We just have an extra base, okay? All right. If you need to just have more balance, fingertips, don't push off with that hand, okay? Here we go. Exhale, up. Inhale, gentle. Shh. Feel that shoulder connecting deeper to that back as you lift up. 4 more. Take your time. Same speed up, same speed down. And 3. 2 more here. 2. And draw the knees in and place your hips down. Was that not fun? Okay, so we're going to keep the ruler here, but now we're going to iron out the IT band. So this is everyone's favorite. So I'm going to come up. My bottom leg, I need to bring that roller to the center of that thigh. Okay? And I'm turned sideways. So put the roller where it is. Head goes on this end. And slide that roller to the bottom leg where it's in the center. Now, personal preference, you can keep this arm straight, or you can come here, okay? But the knee is facing forward. Okay, that bottom leg is lifted. My top leg is the only thing holding me up. So I'm going to roll along the side of that leg. You're going to play with it. Make sure you got enough arm length to roll it out and come back in. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath. So make sure you're getting all the way down there. Don't stop at the halfway point. Does this hurt anybody?
Yes.
Hi. Good. And then I bend that knee and plop it down.
Band is on the side of your leg, like on the outside.
Okay. Other other side. Once you do one side, you got to do the other. So I plop myself up on top of that roller. Forearm or hand, I don't care. My bottom leg is straight. The top leg is when it comes over to hold me up. I got to be on my side of my leg, okay? And I need to start with it in the center, otherwise I don't have enough arm length, okay? Roll it. Roll it along. Yeah, eventually these do start to be enjoyable things. So take your top foot and cross it in front. There you go. Now push to hold yourself up with that foot. Yeah, you're pushing it down.
So if it hurts,
Now
it means your muscles tight?
I'm sorry?
So if it hurts a lot, your muscles are
You're tight there. You're tight there.
I see. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
So take that bottom foot off the mat. So lift it up. And you probably need to start with your roller more in the center of that thigh when you start rolling because you run out of space. Okay. I'm going to bend that knee and get that roller out of the way. That wasn't so bad. All right. Bring that roller into your hands. Reach the arms long. Legs hang width apart. So if you can't go all the way down, because you can't get back up, only go as far down as you know you can get back up. If you have your feet too close, you're not going to come up. So I'm going to roll it down to the big boulder. I'm holding it in place. My arms are still long. Draw the chin in your chest. Find that lower back and roll it up. Good. Exhale down. Another variation is just taking your head and shoulders off, right? If that's where we need to start today, that's fine. And then we come back down. Or maybe I start all the way up at the top, and maybe I just roll down one little bit and come back up. That's fine too. But we don't want momentum, right? Right. Now, next level, I'm going to grab onto my roller, okay? I'm going to straighten my legs. This is like going way past the little prep on me. I'm going to reach my arms back. I'm going to start to bring my roller up. My eyes and toes will come up. I take the roller towards my shins, and I retrace my steps back down. Yep. Eyes to belly. Start with my arms. Eyes, toes, reach. Bring it back down. Can I add one more variation? Take it up another step. Let's crank it up another gear. Eyes to belly. The shins touch the roller. Now the shins go away from the roller, touch the roller, but the arms didn't change. 2 more. 1 more. And then roll it away. Now legs are together. Just to start here for a second. My arms are as wide as my roller. Slide the right heel out to the left end and the right heel out to the right end. Slide your roller to the left side of your mat. So I'm making a half a banana here. Now take your right ankle and cross it over that left ankle. Now breathe. Inhale. Feel that long stretch through your side. Exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Take your foot back over. And bring your body back to center. Now slide that roller to the right side of your mat. Take the left ankle over the right ankle. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Take that leg back over to the edge. Flex those feet. Bring yourself center. Bring the arms up over the chest. Eyes to belly. And pull yourself up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the legs together, point the toes, and roll the roller towards the top of your feet. I'm just going to roll forward and back along the top of my feet. Yep, 4, 3, keep that belly scooping, 2, and 1. Hold that stretch all the way as far as you can go. Press the back of those knees down, and then zip it back up. Okay, where your feet are, put your roller. We're going to do a plank. Now, I'm going to have my feet on my roller. If that's not for you, ignore the roller. Okay? We're gonna come into a quadruped position first. Sometimes this goes well for me and sometimes it doesn't. So hey, it is what it is. All right, so I take one foot back. My foot's not flat. I like to have my foot here. And then I bring my other foot up. Make sure the hips are square, right in line with your shoulders. I'm gonna point and flex. And if you'd rather just hold that roller still, that's fine. And 3, good. And 2, and 1. Take one knee down at a time and stretch back. I'm gonna take my wrist behind me and make cups with my hands. That wasn't bad. So let's take it to another step. So again, you don't have to continue on. You can do just a plank without the roller. This time when I take it back, I'm gonna have that roller more towards my ankles so I can pike up a little bit, okay? So my toes are pointed now. This is a pike, okay? And you can also do that with your feet on the floor, that's right. So I pike up, press long, and back out. And I'll just do one more. And knees come back down, stretch back, hands behind you, make cups. Oh, release those wrists. Sometimes I just don't like that, right? Right. Okay, flip around and put our hands on the roller. We're not doing planks, we're gonna do swimming. Reach long. We're finishing up, I promise. All right, so my arms are long, my legs sit bone width apart. I want you to press with both hands into your roller and lift everything up off that mat. Hold, yeah, and then release back down. And then press through the heel of the hands, lifting up, shoulders are connected to your back, and then bring it back down. I'm gonna lift it up, I'm gonna hold this one, connect those shoulders. You can bring that chest up as high as you want, and we're gonna swim. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3. Draw that navel away from your mat and squeeze that booty. Connect those shoulders to your back. Don't forget to breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Stretch back into that child's pose. Scoop the belly and round the back. And I'm going to take my hands in front of me, but palms up. Just another release from my wrists. My wrists get really cranky. And we're going to finish with a mermaid. So you're going to sit with your hip on the mat. You're going to mirror me. Take the top leg behind you. Hold on to your roller. Feel the hands on. And we're going to go up and over and come up. So it's like you got a railing in the center of the rib cage on that side. We're trying not to touch that railing. And we bring it back up. And we just do one more. Now stay here, rotate, face the roller. Stay here and just bend your arms and press it back out. Bend your arms, press it back out. One more. And then take that hand back off and bring it back in. Other side. Then you're done. Let's go. Top leg goes behind you. Arm is out. I go over that railing, anchor those hips. Exhale up. And we inhale over. Exhale up. And this is when we add on. I inhale on the exhale, rotate. I slide the other hand over a little bit. And I just bend my elbows and press out. Bend. Belly goes in deeper as I go further out. Last one. Take that hand back off the roller, face forward. Bring it on up. Release. Let's take these legs in a crisscross position. Hands are going to walk forward. Doesn't that feel good? Maybe. Head is heavy. And then bring those hands back in. Let's take a nice big inhale up. And exhale down. Grow taller. Last one. The inhale brings that spine up. We stay just as tall on the exhale. Come back down. And you have made it. Nice job ruling today. Your body thanks you. There you go.